Well, everybody, a Democratic debate now in the books. It's amazing. And I don't know if you are here, but if you're watching me right now, thank you for doing so. My name is Omar Moore. I hope you got to watch that debate tonight. I think it was a lot livelier than what we saw the previous night. I still think that the quality of the debate was not what it could have been. And I do think that CNN still did a poor job. But I think tonight there was a very clear winner of the debate, and that was Cory Booker tonight. I thought that he came across very well. I liked the presentation from him, his ideas, what he wanted to do about voting rights. He talked about the issues of voter suppression. He was very good. I thought that he was all around very good. He presented a vision. And he also dealt with a number of issues. He was able to question his opponents, parry and joust with them, and do it in a way that showed class, respect, but surely, and also a very serious and clear intent about what his message was going to be. I thought that tonight he was exceptional. I don't think I'm overpraising him, but I think he really was exceptional. Julian Castro was very good tonight as well. I think that Castro, who in his few moments made some effective points, obviously challenging some of the opponents that he had to in order to have a good night and build on what he did last time. Many people felt that he won the previous debate last month, and I felt that he and Booker were right there together at 1 and 2. And I think, again, it was the same. The two of them stayed 1 and 2 for me, Booker and Castro. And then it was a case of who would come in after that. And I thought Andrew Yang filled that void. He came in third for me tonight, effective. I thought he was clear and concise. He was refreshing. I think he was a little bit different, not just the fact that he obviously looks different, he is the only Asian candidate, but because he also presented a fresh take on things as well. Seemed a bit more hopeful, actually, than a few of the candidates tonight. And he didn't really go on the attack against people. He just presented himself as who he was. And I thought that that was quite appealing about him. So I think he came in third tonight. Kamala Harris, for me, came in fourth. Not her best night at the debates. I think that she started off a little bit bumpy, a little bit nervous. And I think that she regained some momentum until Tulsi Gabbard hit her with her record here in California as the Attorney General and also as the San Francisco District Attorney. And if you simply go and search that record, you will find that what Tulsi Gabbard said was mostly on target and accurate. So I think that hurt Kamala Harris. I don't think she expected that tonight because no one has really gone after her until tonight with Tulsi Gabbard, who otherwise really was not much of a factor in this debate. And I'm not so sure that Kamala Harris recovered from the attack she got from Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, Joe Biden tried to dent her, but I don't think it was very effective. Joe Biden tonight was poor. Again, that's two poor debates in a row. And I really wonder if donors are going to continue to sustain those kinds of poor performances from Joe Biden. And he'll hang around. But I just do not think that he has the right stuff. He stumbled around again tonight. He ducked questions from Bill de Blasio and from Cory Booker. He repeatedly danced around them. He invoked Barack Obama when it was convenient to him. I think, as one of the candidates said, I think it was Castro or Booker who said that. And it was very clear that he just could not answer some questions, some basic questions. And I think de Blasio was effective when he said, look, on the debate stage, you know that Donald Trump is going to be not letting you get away with things. So answer my question. And he never did. Biden never did. And I think that that was one of de Blasio's most effective moments. Although one of the things I didn't mention is that there were protests, at least on two or three different occasions tonight. Protesters interrupted the debate. One of the protests was about Daniel Pantaleo, the officer, the cop in New York who killed Eric Garner. and got away with it. And of course, Bill de Blasio, who is the mayor of New York, did not even and has not fired him, has not advocated for that yet, and has been very, very cautious about it. And that brought a big protest. And Julian Castro picked up on that and mentioned the name of Eric Garner, invoked the name of Tamir Rice, and also talked about Michael Brown, another victim to police brutality. I thought that was a good moment for Julian Castro. I think, again, did well, as I said earlier. The people who did not do well tonight, apart from Joe Biden, Michael Bennett, should think about heading back to Colorado. I do not think he will be long for these debates. I don't think that there's much there for him. Jay Inslee was decent, but he was not heard from often enough to make an impression. I think he'll be cast aside, although his stance, of course, on tackling climate change, the one moment he had that was a really good one was when he talked about getting rid of fossil fuels and that whole fuel lobby and that whole industry, which has been so toxic. He talked about that to Joe Biden. Everybody took a turn at Biden tonight. It was really, he was the human pinata, no doubt, tonight. And the other people who I think are probably going to drop pretty soon are Tulsi Gabbard. Don't think that she has enough. I can see Andrew Yang hanging in there. And it's probably going to be down to about 6 or 7 candidates. Kirsten Gillibrand, I must add, did not do too badly tonight. In a few times she had an opportunity to make herself heard, she certainly did go in on Joe Biden about what he wrote in an op-ed column about women and working and maternity leave, I believe it was, if I remember correctly. And I think she scored a couple of effective points there. Although other than that, she didn't do a whole lot. I think that you're looking really at 4 or 5 candidates tonight. I think Cory Booker. I think definitely, as well as definitely Cory Booker, you definitely have to look at Castro. Andrew Yang did well tonight as well. And then Harris came in, and Harris got hurt tonight, but still came in fourth. She had moments that were very effective as well, despite some of the stagger points. And then I think after that, I don't know. Well, you're probably looking. Kirsten Gillibrand did fared pretty decently, and then Inslee. I don't know. I mean, the rest after that were not memorable enough, quite frankly. So that's my take. I don't know what yours is tonight, but I would love to hear from you. I'm on Twitter at the popcorn REEL, the popcorn real. That is my Twitter handle. I will also be doing my impressions of this debate tonight on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/popcorn REEL. So if you check out either of those two sources, you can also catch my thoughts there and catch me there. And also, I do the audio cast, of course, on a pretty much daily basis on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/popcorn real. I hope that you